happy today. Once again I welcome him to this national webinar. We know that ICT plays a catalytic role in enhancing learning in classroom and beyond. Information and communication technologies are extremely influencing every discipline, including education. It is a key aspect of education, from teaching, learning to assessment and evaluation. You all know about the uses of information communication technology. No need to describe the uses of ICT. So in global competitive era, technology is the backbone of everything. In ICT, education become much more effective than the past, accepted by educational planners that increased exposure of students to ICT has caused sufficiently highly productive impact of their achievement. So this is a new experience for the students. As far as they are concerned, it's a new experience. And the ICT now, we all know that we have only the ICT supported classes for overcoming this COVID period. So, we are not allowed to allow students to come to the colleges or schools. So this is the only platform through which we can teach our students. So we know all the uses of ICT. We are all familiar. It's very informative. So it is helpful for self-study. ICT is useful for self-study, and it is very enjoyable, and it increases the chance of communication. So many benefits are there, which Dr. Gaurav sir will explain later. So I am not taking much of your time. I once again congratulate the convener, Dr. Devika. Is a very active and very vibrant researcher and a good caring teacher. And Dr. Manoj sir is taking much pains for organizing so many webinars during this is the fourth seminar webinar in this week. So I congratulate him and the teachers and the students of our college for their participation. Welcome all the respected participants. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I warmly welcome Dr. Revati N, Assistant Professor, Natural Science Education and SS Training College for felicitation.
Respected Principal in Charge of NSS Training College, Changanasheri, Dr. Pradeep Kumar SL, Sir, Chief Guest and the Resource Person of today's webinar, Dr. Gaurav Singh Ji, Assistant Professor, School of Education, IGNOU, New Delhi, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Manoj S, Webinar Coordinator, Dr. Devika R, my dear colleagues, participants from all over India, and my dear students, good morning, one and all. Today, at the onset of our national webinar on ICTs for classroom teaching learning, rather than talking about the influence of technology in education, we are application of teaching and learning. ICTs are making dynamic changes in the society. They're influencing every aspect of our life. ICTs enable self-paced learning through various tools such as assignments, computers, etc. Of this, the teaching and learning enterprises become more productive and meaningful. ICTs help to facilitate the transaction between producers and users by keeping the students updated and enhancing teachers' capacity and ability. For fostering a live contact between the teacher and the student through email, chalk session, e-learning, web-based learning, including internet, intranet, extranet, etc. EduSet technology has become a very powerful media for interactive participations of experts and learners, and it reaches the unreachable in this pandemic period of COVID-19. Today, about all these, we will definitely get a clarification from our respected resource person, Dr. Gaurav Singh Ji. He is well known all over India for his talks and experiences about ICT. Opportunity to thank him for accepting our invitation for sharing his knowledge with us. Congratulations to IQAC of NSS Training College and the webinar convener, Dr. Devika R, for providing an opportunity to attend his session. I wish all
Gauravji, we can't hear you. Your presentation is also not visible.
I think not yet started presentation.
Okay. Gauravji?
Sir left the meeting. I think he may join with more network.
Okay. There is some internet problem with Gauravji. He's trying to reconnect. So please kindly wait.
Okay.
ഇല്ല മേധ അവരുടെ കണക്ഷൻ പോയി.
Hello.
Audible, teacher. Audible, teacher.
Hello. Okay. The source person had given a message that there is power failure in the whole of ICNO and he is shifting to another.
Hello, Devi.
Sir, there is internet failure in ICNO, the whole of ICNO.
Yeah.
So the resource person is shifting to another place. He said just in 5 minutes he'll be joining.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
എന്റെ മൊത്തം പ്രശ്നമായിപ്പോയി അല്ലേ?
സാർ അവിടെ ഇഗ്നോയില് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഇന്റർനെറ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലം
പോയി അല്ലേ? അയ്യോ കഷ്ടം.
പുള്ളി ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റ് ഉടനെ തന്നെ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാം.
കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. വരട്ടെ വരട്ടെ, പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല. ഞാനെന്ത് വരട്ടെ. അജൻ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
സാർ കേൾക്കാം.
നീ ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഗ്യാപ്പിൽ വല്ലതും പറയാൻ പറ്റുമെങ്കിൽ പറഞ്ഞോ.
അല്ല, ഞാൻ നമ്മുടെ സ്വയംപ്രഭയില് സാറിന്റെ ക്ലാസ് വല്ലതും ഉണ്ടോ നോക്കുമായിരുന്നു.
അത് ശരി.
അപ്പൊ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഡിസ്പ്ലേ ചെയ്യാം. പക്ഷെ സാർ കാണുന്നില്ല.
അത് ശരി. ഞാൻ ഗ്യാപ്പ് ഫില്ലിംഗ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ
can contribute something related to online teaching and learning.
ഒരു എക്കോ വരുന്നുണ്ടല്ലേ?
ചില സമയത്ത്.
ഹലോ.
പ്രദീപ്
പറഞ്ഞു സാർ, പറഞ്ഞു.
ഒരു എക്കോ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട് സാർ.
No problem, sir. No problem. Sir, continue, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, internet suddenly gone in the campus, so.
വന്നു സാർ വന്നു.
Yeah, that's quite natural, sir.
No, it's not here because we work only on internet.
Okay.
It happens, so extremely sorry for that. Should I begin my presentation?
Yes.
I will keep my video off so that some bandwidth can be saved. And
okay.
Visible?
Yes,
sir. Visible. It's clear. It's clear, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. So I thank to the whole staff of NS Devika ji for giving to share my learning with the of NSS College. This technology is not new for us in India. We are experimenting on different platforms since long. Though this pandemic has forced all of us, earlier few those who believe in it have some alignment with the ICTs, they were practicing, others were not practicing as such or very less. But this pandemic has forced all of us to practice it, to identify the base, because we need to reach to our learner. That was the key of the whole practice. So what started actually, when we think that whether we are ready to become an online educator in this scenario or not, is that now in post-COVID also, we cannot say that there will be no online, or we will return back to the fully classroom situation. I don't think this will happen now. Online will be there in the classrooms, whether it is a teacher training college, whether it is a higher education institution or a school. The learners, the future teachers who are preparing themselves for the future, work hard, they need to identify the base, they need to develop the skills. And for technology enthusiasts, there is a very good quote of Albin Toffler, which I used to quote many times, academic futurist, who said somewhere that the illiterates of the 21st century will not be those right, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Quite aligned with the technology in the education in particular, because now you cannot say you will not learn technology. You need to unlearn the old technology and relearn something new. So the cycle of learn, unlearn, and relearn will continue in this century in the area of technology. Now a question maybe, and sometimes some teachers ask this question also to me, that if technology will be there, then what will be the place of the teacher? Will technology or will teacher be replaced by the technology? My take on it is that no, technology is not going to replace the teacher. Technology will not replace the teacher. That a teacher who is not using technology may be replaced by a technology enabled teacher. So the future requirement is technology enabled teachers for that. Now, if we want to make ourselves ready for online education, there are few questions actually which we need to ask to ourselves. Important question is that, are we digitally equipped? I'm saying, are we digitally equipped?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So actually, I'm not on the second system, so I cannot see whether I'm online or not. So I need to check in between. When this question is there, are we digitally equipped? It doesn't matter that we have a laptop or mobile phone or not. That was with us since long. Many of us were having computers, desktops, laptops, smartphones. But when we talk about digital equippedness, it hardware and software part both. And also the skills. So you need to procure a hardware, which can be a laptop, which can be a computer, which can be a tab, whatever is with you. About the softwares which can be used for classroom, and the skills which are you to operate on those softwares, to operate on that. So all three things come under this question when we ask ourselves, are we digitally equipped? We need to ask to ourselves is that, are we ready to change our teaching learning? Because the teaching learning in face-to-face is entirely different from the teaching learning in online mode. As you all are delivering your lesson planning through online mode, your teachers are now talking to you in online mode. You also have experienced it that yes, the way they teach in the classroom, they cannot teach in online mode. Why? There are two reasons. Number one, most of the time in online teaching learning, the possibility of interactions are as in case of face-to-face. Though we try to encourage learners, we try to ask to them questions, but the way you encourage in a classroom situation, sometimes it is difficult to encourage in the same way in online scenario. Is the content, because now everything when you put in the online mode of content is a biggest challenge for a teacher. When we are in the four walls of the classroom, we teach something, we use some textbooks, some mistake or we talk something wrong, we can apologize, we can come to the next day, correct the data, correct the information which we have given and which was not knowingly, unknowingly went wrong in the past day. But here, these possibilities are not there. The part of teacher is most important for online teaching learning. You cannot deliver online teaching learning very casual way. You need to prepare well. You need to identify the authentic content and all that. So are we ready for that? Ready to accept our learners to be more informed than us, because this is a technology, and technology is not the monotony of a one group, one institution, or one individual. Equal access to the technology, whether it is a learner or a teacher. Even the resources which are available, so actually internet nahi hai, so I'm delivering a lecture from here. So online scenario, the learners have the equal access as the teachers have. So in that case, learner may have better access to the content. They may come to you with a better form of the content which you are delivering. They may come to you with better examples, better softwares, anything. So in general, in classroom teaching, it is almost a kind of a thing that we assume that our learners are less knowledgeable, we are knowledgeable, we will give the knowledge to the learners and they will learn. But that is not the case in online education. Sometimes learners are more informed and more knowledgeable to us. We need to bring this change in our attitude, that are we ready to accept it or not. Identify the areas or skills to be improved upon. We need to analyze ourselves that if we are going in in complete online mode, what are the skills, what are the area where we need to improve upon. It can be language, it can be presentation, it can be communication, it can be delivery of the content, it can be design and development. Many areas are there. So we need to identify those areas are essential for online education. When we deliver actually in online mode, every time we do not create resource. We sometimes use the resources which are already available in the online mode, in the internet. Most of the resources which we use in our classroom teaching learning in online mode, we identify those resources from the and why we need those resources, because those resources are universally accessible, so anyone can access those. uh, we can find the quality material there many times, though the problem is with the regional languages. Suppose if you are trying to teach to your students in Malayalam, sometimes you may face a problem that okay, in Malayalam that kind of content may not be available, or that much content may not be available, the content which is available in the English or any other language. So create the content also. Then if content is available, then it saves our time. For example, for pedagogy of mathematics, if Devika madam is taking a class on pedagogy of mathematics in the B.Ed learners, and if she has developed her video programs as a national resource for Swayam Prabha for pedagogy of mathematics, so she can use that video. She need not to create the video again. It can be used by every teacher of mathematics education, because those videos are freely available on internet. So anyone can access those videos. Those videos can be used in classroom transaction with the student. So it basically saves the time which is required for the content development, because content development take a lot of preparation, a lot of infrastructure and everything. This can be used anytime, anywhere. So as internet is not in my room, so I can shift to another place and file, and the resources, the videos, if they are there, it is not hard and fast. Okay, the all students should be there in the classroom at that point of time. You can, your learners can access that content even after that. Just finished yesterday a big workshop of more than 8,000 B.Ed teachers across the country by using Facebook Live. The videos with the lectures which were delivered from my headquarters faculty on the Facebook Live are archived on the Facebook page of School of Education. So any teacher, any learner can watch those videos even later on. Also, circulate the content which is in online mode, because you just need to share its link and it will reach to the learner. Now, What are the common skills which are required in a digitally equipped teacher? Though you cannot enlist all the skills, but there are some fundamental or basic skills in a teacher who want to be an online educator or who want to digitally equipped. Most important skill is find and evaluate authentic web-based content. Actually, when we teach through online mode, we share resources. Are in plenty. For example, if you are teaching just a simple topic, the structure of cell to your students. I'm taking just an example from biology. So if you're teaching about the structure of a cell to your students in online mode, and you find that, okay, there should be some animation video or video which are talking about the structure of cell. If I will share this video with my learners, I learn better. So there may be two types of teachers. A teacher who will sit on YouTube, videos on cell, and list their URLs and push in WhatsApp group or whatever way on Google where you are interacting with your learners. URLs. Identify 10 good videos of each average timing. Is that if 10 videos, the students, they need 100 minutes because 10 videos, a smart teacher who is what he or she will do, identify one or two videos which are most as per the label of the learner, as per the label of the class, and he or she will not share the 100 videos or 10 videos. They will share only one or two videos, and they can organize a discussion on that. They can organize some activity on that. They can create some online quizzes on that. So they will make even that video also interactive, which is a single video which a learner may require to spend only 10 to 15 minutes. The skill here is that there is a plenty of content. You need to find is authentic. You need to evaluate which content is most important, most appropriate as per the need, requirement, and level of your learners. Only then you can share that content. So you cannot share available on a video, whether it is a text, whether it is an image, whether it is a HTML page. Then a teacher need to develop certain basic ICT skills like how to operate, how to search, how to share the screens, how to work on different conferencing tools. These are some basic ICT skills which are required in every teacher and which are not very difficult or very complex one. This pandemic has basically taught us that how we can use social media. Social media, I'm talking about Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, these things. It doesn't, you cannot say that students were not using or teachers were not using. We were using social media, but hardly we were using it for educational purpose. Most of the time we were using it for our personal sharing of the things, commenting, liking, messages, greetings and all that. But this pandemic has taught that even Facebook can be used, even WhatsApp can be used, even Twitter can be used for classroom teaching learning, for interaction with the learners. So we need to learn how we can use which media is appropriate. When I'm saying use of social media, you also need to think that how much learners you are going to address. If I'm going to address only 50, 60, 100 learners, simple Google Meet type options, or in social media, I can, integrate my WhatsApp group with those learners. Me where I need to cater 8,000, 10,000, 20,000, or 25,000 learners at one go. WhatsApp, Telegram, I can go to Facebook Live, I can go to YouTube Live and all that. So which media is appropriate for your learners? If you have a smaller class of 6 to 8 learners or 10 learners, even call a group WhatsApp call also, which allows you 4 to 5 people to share the screen. So many possibilities are there. Then if compatible with the teacher, appropriate content which is required not available, then you need to post the e-learning material. So there you require the skills are essential to develop your learning a content and to post the content. Also, you need to learn how to communicate effectively through digital mediums. The classroom sometimes formal, sometimes informal also. Talk on digital mediums, whether it is a Google Meet, whether it is a Facebook Live, or any platform, or it is a WhatsApp message or Facebook message. Everything is being recorded and can be archived for long. So whatever we are communicating, what can use, politeness should be there, what kind of in a online class are not. All these things we need to learn when we are delivering a class through digital mediums. So what Shelley has called us, Shelley was a very good researcher. They have written a very good paper in 2012. You can find that paper. She basically advocated that now teachers need to have a digital citizenship. So kind of a digital citizenship is required, which presence on each and every platform which are being used by your learners. WhatsApp, you should be on, you have to be on WhatsApp. If your learners are using Facebook, you have to be on Facebook. If your learners are using Telegram, you have to be on Telegram. You need to learn the new platforms. You need to acquire those skills which are required to work on those platforms. So you become a citizen of a digital world. Thing which I want to touch upon, that when we find the resources on the internet, what kind of resources we can share with our learners and what kind of resources. Then a term comes called open educational resources. The resources which are there for sharing openly with the learners, with the teachers, are called open resources. So this term was basically coined in 2002 in and what OER can be. OER can be any educational resource which is designed for use in teaching and learning, only available for use means without any money. You are not being asked to pay any money using that resource, and which does not have any accompanying need of pay royalty or license fee. Then comes that OERs have certain licenses. Licenses are actually there is a difference between open educational resource and any other online educational resource which is available on the internet is its license. Explains that how you can use that resource, what the freedom the author has given to you, what are the restrictions the author has placed to use that material. So those things we need to see. Basically, OER can be any educational resource which incorporates a license that facilitates reuse without requesting the permission from the copyright holder. So there is a misconception sometimes that OERs are copyright free. No, OERs are also copyrighted material. Holder, when place a OER license with his or her material, gives you the freedom, allow you the freedom to use interpretation of that particular. So let me quickly. So you will see that in most of the content, there are 4 types of symbols which are being used. The 2 symbols are attribution. I will talk about 2. So the first symbol is attribution be by. Attribution is where a man or a woman, you can say, a circle. So if this symbol is there or be by is written in a CC license, it has allowed others to copy, to distribute, to display work of his or her. Even he or she has allowed them to derive it. Derive it means that material. But if it is associated with second symbol that is called essay, which is just a, you can say, opposite to copyright, because this is reflecting like opposite C, but it is not reverse C, it is arrow there on the top. So if this symbol is associated, it means the author has allowed others to distribute the derived work in the same license in which the content has been shared. Similarly, there is another 2 symbols. If this NC is there, the dollar sign with cross, in a box, if it is associated with a R, it means you can use that material for your classroom purpose, for your lectures, for distribution, display, but you cannot use for any commercial purpose. You cannot use this material to write a book and to earn a money from that book. So sometimes the people who are fond of writing got a lot of content from to complete the book, but they cannot use any material which is with non-commercial symbol in their book because they will sell the book, and selling the book will be a commercial activity. You can share with your students, you can share it in your teaching learning, but you cannot involve it in any commercial license. There is also a symbol of equal is there, derivative work. Sometimes this also comes there. So if this symbol is there, you can use that material, you can distribute that material, but you cannot modify that material. Develop work based on that material. So these four symbols are being used in different permutations and combinations. Like these six are very common combination: CCDY. So if this symbol you see somewhere, it means that you can use it, you can share it, you can modify it. This is the most freedom, a symbol of Creative Commons licenses. Only just what you need, you just need to attribute that who's, if you're giving contribution, for example, you use something from a website in your slide. Information is not in public domain, that is a copyrighted or CC licensed material. Of every slide you need to give the attribution where you have taken. Like I have taken something from Sally, so I have given that on that slide that okay, this this idea is of Sally, but I am using it, right? That is called CC BY. CC BY SA means you can use it, repurpose it, but you will share it with the same license to the others. So it is share alike. There, you can use it, you can distribute it, but you cannot do any commercial activity. If ND is there, so if you see the CC BY NC, ND is the most restrictive license. Since any online material is available with this classroom teaching learning, but you cannot involve it in any commercial activity, as well as you cannot bring any material. So let me go quickly by these licenses. Sometimes it is also coming with CC0 license. Has been placed with CC0 license. It is that content is freely available, even attribution is not. Though practices are saying that we should attribute, this is our ethical practice, but if there is some content zero, then you need not to give it the. Now, why OERs are beneficial? Because OERs basically increase the availability of high quality content. Learning material is available. It allow the adaptation of the material. For example, if there is a video, let me take an example again of your teacher. Video is there on, for example, pedagogy of mathematics or any method of mathematics teaching learning. But she has delivered that lecture in English, right? But if her video is available with a CC license or a Creative Commons license, which is actually available with the license, so you can download that video, you can transcript that video in Malayalam, you can put the titles in the Malayalam, like in North we enjoy the South Indian movies with English subtitles. Similarly, you can enjoy that video uh, subtitle also. So that is called mod video. Or you can cut that video only if it's a 30-minute video. If you think only 10 minutes video is of my use for my class, you can use only 10 minutes of that video, right? So that kind of freedom is there with the OERs, which is not with the copyrighted material. Your faculty, your teachers, your institutions are contributing in OER, you basically city building, not only of the institution, but also of the educator without any cost. How can you find an OER? There are three things. There are certain search engines like OCW Consortium, search creativecommons.org, creativecommons.org. So there are many search engines. If you go on those search engines, put your keyword, you can search. There are repositories also. Repositories are something which have their OERs, like for school teachers, especially in India, the students who are going to be the school teacher. Though there are many repositories like MIT OCW is there, Open Learn is there. For Indians, the best repository is NROER, National Repository of Open Educational Resources, which is being managed by the NCRT. So if you visit the NROER website, you will find text, you will find video, you will find animations, you will find images, which you can use in your teaching, learning, in your lesson planning easily. There are certain directories are there. So search, if you go on the Creative Commons search, there will be a search box like Google. Keyword here. There are two options. I want to something used for commercial purpose. Then you need to click here. I want to something which I can adopt or modify. Then you can click here. When you will search, it will show you what content is available. This is OER. So here in the books, events, many things. I want to learn more about OER because it is not a lecture on OER. So if you get more than this data, okay, so I connected again.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Actually, when you on mobile, you cannot have the seamless internet. So what I was saying that if you want to learn more about OER, any student or any faculty is interested, then I would suggest these are 2 hours course on OER, 2 hours course, online course. That is understanding open educational, the course of Commonwealth of Learning. Website called learnoer.col.org. Yourself in this course. 4 hours on this course. Learn more about OER, its licensing, which you can use. And if you complete the course successfully, you can earn a certificate also. Then comes the images. Actually, in online teaching learning, many times we use PowerPoints, we use lectures, we use some text files where we use pictures. Pictures which are available on Google are not freely available. Need to find the images which are copyright free, because we are sharing it on online platforms. Each and every image, and sometimes we are not habitual of giving the whole attribution of each and every, right? So, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Thank
okay,
you.
sir.
Uh, you can search free images, which are basically attribution free images, different websites. One such website is Pixabay. I actually use this website quite extensively for my video development. It's a very good website where you can find not only the videos, images, but also the small video clips of 20 seconds, 30 seconds, which can make your PPT very attractive and effective. Flickr, there is another website called Pexels, Pexels. So all these, and there are many other websites. I just suggest you 3 these. Sometimes we create our content, PowerPoints or our videos, we require the music also. But again, even on Google also, but in Google we need to the tool and we need the image with Creative Commons license online. But I suggest to the habit that we find the image on it.
Sir, there is a breaking of
Your
voice.
voice now, is it okay?
Okay, sir, continue, please.
So we have habit of basically copying the image or saving the image directly from internet. First, you see whether the image which is there is allowed or not. Use that image, otherwise you should avoid that image. If we want some, we can go on Ben Sound website. We can music archive, good subscribe a YouTube channel, right? Free music. I didn't get some music clips which we can where you can post your content. During the pandemic, you inform students were from identify topics.
David sir left ആയി.
അതെ കണ്ടു ഞാൻ. To Gaurav ji, hope he will respond soon.
Okay, in between, we can watch his channel.
Okay.
There is a video on assessment tools in his channel.
Hello teachers. As a science teacher in your class, when you facilitate your students in learning of different concepts, theories, principles of science, how do you know what are the methods, tools, strategies, and techniques which you use to know that how much your students have learned?
This is coming. Someone running my recording.
If there is any deficiency.
Yes, sir.
So where I was when this connection got lost this time? Can you tell me? Hello.
From sound, some sound.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can find a lot of free music from FMA, from royalty free music, and then the option I was talking about the YouTube. That on YouTube also, content. You can upload your content there, the content which you can develop at your home, and you can create your YouTube channel, and you can share your content there. Facebook page which you can create, and you can interact with your learners, online lectures. Those lectures will be archived there without any problem, so your learners can watch those lectures later on also. Good option. If we come to the online teaching learning practices, only two types of practices in the country nowadays. Either they are fully online, where LMS is required, or MOOC courses are there, or there are what I suggest that in your situation, in a classroom situation, many times we are not going for fully online or LMS based teaching learning. So what we do blending, means either ODL with ODL and online, or open distance and e-learning. So that kind of blending is possible at your level. If you see the technologies which are available, there are two types of technologies actually to communicate with the learners. Synchronous technologies and few are called asynchronous technologies. So synchronous technologies are those technologies where we can aim time with the learners. Conferencing tools like we are doing right now through Google Meet. There are group chat options like in Facebook, you can do, in WhatsApp now, you can do a group call up to 10 learners, 10 people in one go. Facebook Live options are there, which can be synchronous as well as asynchronous. YouTube Live is there. Then teleconferencing and radio counseling, like in IGNU, we were using through Gyan Darshan, which are our old practices. All these are called synchronous technologies. Asynchronous technologies also means where you and your learner need not to present at the same time. Communicate to your learners, like through Facebook posts, you can communicate. Through discussion forums, you can communicate. You can create a question, your students will log in, they will answer. Then when you will have a time, you will log in and you will reply to their answers. Google groups are options, then YouTube uploads are there, then social media chat groups are there. Multiple technologies are there. There's no dearth of technologies. Like in conferencing tools, options are nowadays like Zoom was there, then GeoMeet came, then TeamLink was, WebEx was there, Jitsi was there, Microsoft Team is there, Google Meet is there. So these are few examples. Use any conferencing tool as per his or her requirement. Like Google Meet gives you a free option of 100 learners of 1 hour lecture through your common Gmail account. If you have a G Suite account, you can reach up to 250 learners. You can have the recording and all other facilities, which are basically now in this lecture are going on. MOOCs, there are many MOOC platforms. Future Learn is there, Swam is there, Udacity is there, Coursera is there, and many other learners. Even Canvas is there, a good platform where you can find a lot of courses. Like we offered a course on plagiarism just 2-3 months back on the Canvas platform, and it was attended by more than 1,500 learners across the country. And nowadays, the popular one is Swayam, our own MOOC platform, our India's own MOOC platform. And sometimes when we talk about Swayam and Samprabha, we thought that in 2015 we were fortunate enough that we started these portals at 16 or 17, and they were available for the whole country. So that when this pandemic came, Swayam helped a lot. And recent statistics showing that during this pandemic, around 50 lakh learners across the country have joined Swayam courses. So which is not a small number. I have also offered 2 courses there for teaching, one course on pedagogy of science few months back. Now the course is over. In the next cycle for B.Ed learners across the country. So here what you can find, there are thousands of the courses on Swayam platform. You just go on the Swayam platform. You can utilize that content also in your teaching learning. So that is one opportunity. The another opportunity with which even Devika members associated for some time, educational television channels. Government of India has launched 34 educational. Earlier they were 32, but from September 1, 2020, 4 educational channels across the country. It was a long history that how these channels have started, but the beauty of these channels are that these channels are free to air. If you have a DD direct DTH connection at your home, or if you have TV, you can watch these channels. If you have a Geo app in your mobile and Geo TV is there, you can watch these channels. Even other players are also carrying 4 channels, not all. The channels were started in 16, but basically they were opened for the public on 9th July 2017. At present, there are 34 channels divided into 2 groups. Education under PM eVidya channels are for higher education. You can see that in merely 3 years of time, we have created nearly 3 lakh video content for different classes, for different component on these channels. So these are free to air channels. Anyone can watch these channels. The channel 1 to 12 are the under PM Vidya Yojana for school students. Now government has started. So for class 1 there is a channel. For class 2 there is a channel. For class 3 there is a channel. So there are class wise channel. One class one channel. For class 11th there is a channel. For class 9th there is a channel. So all the programs coming on that channel, on those channels, based on the curriculum of that level. So ninth class channel will have the content of ninth class. 10th class channel will have the content of the 10th class. So those TV channels. So internet is not required for Swayamprabha. That is the beauty of the Swayamprabha, that it comes through your dish. So you do not require internet connection for that. If you even install a DD free dish of rupees 1500 around at your home, you need not to recharge it, because that is a free dish. So it is not require, it do not require any recharge every month. So only on an investment of 1500 rupees, even a school, even a college can facilitate all the learners. So that is also a possibility with that. Now there are 22 channels in Swayamprabha for higher education. 6 channels are being managed for engineering students by NPTEL, which is a consortium of IITs. No. 7 channels are being managed by the UGC CEC for higher education, which are their EMRC. So in those channels are for commerce, for mathematics, for English. Then there is a one channel which is very popular channel called IIT PAL, IIT Professor Assisted Learning. It runs the video program for those students who want to prepare for engineering and medical entrance. Programs on this channel are based on the NCERT curriculum of 11th and 12th. Mathematics, biology, physics, and chemistry. So this channel is very popular channel, especially in the 11th, 12th class student, as well as the student prepare for medical and engineering and who can't afford the content in the costly coaching institute, because all the IIT faculty, most of the IIT faculty is just IIT Delhi and IIT Mumbai, IIT Kanpur is also contributing. So many IITs are contributing. It is also a very popular channel. Then at IGNOU we are running 4. Out of IGNOU's for social sciences and humanities, we have one channel for applied sciences, one for professional and vocational education, and for teaching channel. Earlier it was channel 32, now it is channel 20. This is State Open Universities and Teacher Education. I'm looking after actually this channel. So how you can access? You just website.swayamprabha.gov.in. Mobile app also in your mobile from Google Play Store called Swayamprabha. So you can access from both the places these channels. If you have DD Free Dish, Dish TV, or Geo TV, you can access our channels. It's YouTube channel also. So once a video is telecasted on television, it is automatically archived on YouTube. So anyone can find a YouTube channel with the name of the channel, and all videos you can find. Even if you go for the channel 32 teacher education, which was earlier our channel, you will find around 900 to 1000 videos of different topics of teacher education, specifically in 4 languages. English mostly are in English, then few in Hindi, and few in Assamese. These 4 languages are there, in which we developed around 1200 video programs. Now I'm focusing on B.Ed, so I have already completed the B.Ed videos for 2 courses, that is teaching and learning and pedagogy of science. Now we are going to start the recording for language across curriculum, for understanding disciplines and subjects, and for childhood and growing up. We will develop videos for these programs. So all these videos will be available for every institution, for every learner across the country, without any investment, without any copyright issue. So if you go on the channel 20, you will find there are 3 things in these. What program will come in the coming week? So you can find that which program is coming in which week. We'll see what are the programs which will come the whole month. Like if you go on the upcoming, all the video programs which will be telecasted on the channel in the whole November. Right now, the December schedule we will upload soon. So we generally upload the advanced schedule of 1 month. In November, you can find that whole December schedule will be uploaded. Then if you go on the archive link, there you will find the title of the video, on which language that video is. YouTube link, it will redirect you, it's YouTube video, or you can click on the QR code, or you can scan the QR code and you can watch the video on your mobile. mobile. Last, I want to talk about few issues which are associated with learning. The first thing is approach to the learner. Initially, it was very difficult basically for us to approach to learner through online medium because, in our traditional classroom or in our traditional scenario, you just imagine 5 months back, students were not allowed even to access the parents' mobile. And our parents' mobile or those who can afford have their mobile, a separate mobile for the learning for their students. So how you can approach to your learners, one issue. The second issue is the language. Online content which is available on internet is mostly in English quality content. And the students to whom you deal, for example, in Kerala, if your B.Ed students will go to the school, there can be English medium schools is very good in English, but still there can be the schools where students are is more comfortable in Malayalam or in so then the language becomes the content. So you need to create a content in your regional language. I will start some courses, some programs in online language and support your state ability because it will bring the language parity. Now Swayam has started one initiative. Swayam has that from next year onwards, generally in English in the first go, the government is going to translate those video scripts into 8 regional languages. Same video will be available in the regional languages also with the transcription. So that facility to work, but still we need to create a lot of content. Then attention span is an issue. So whenever we share a content, we create something on the screen every time. That's why you need to make creative presentations, use videos, use texts, use images, use graphics, so that your screen presence should be attractive. Interactivity is must. Without interaction, there is no learning. So you need to ask the questions in between. Then you need to think about the device because my studies or my experience is saying that we may be delivering the lectures on the screen or on a laptop, but learners lectures on mobile. So you should use the software conferencing system which is also accessible on the mobile. Keep in mind what device is there with your learners and the bandwidth issue which we face today. Actually, suddenly in IGNOU they rush to another mobile with my laptop, and then I'm trying to deliver my lecture and I'm saving the bandwidth and I have closed my videos. So you are just watching, you don't know who is talking. So there are few concerns also. I have already talked about the copy issue. Whenever we are in online education, we should have material. If we are using, we should have the attribution of that. Otherwise, plagiarism issue will be there. Sharing is a concern that which resource can be shared, which resource cannot be. At last, I will sharing some screenshots or the images of the scans is not online teaching. Say not comfortable with reading or watching. So there are like learning styles, there are different e-learning styles. Nowadays, many researchers have started working on it. You need to use text, audio, graphics, PowerPoints so that each learner can learn as per his or her learning style. Pace of teaching should be slow in online teaching learning. It is not same of the face-to-face. Without interaction, there is no learning. So with this, I'm stopping my presentation, and now I will try to open my video if possible, so that I can interact with you for some time. Can take if possible. Yeah.
Thank you,
Question.
sir. We are extremely grateful. Yes, sir. So now interact. I request the participants to ask their questions.
Sir, can you suggest any more platforms to download good music for background music?
No, for background music, sir, actually, I use generally the Ben Sound because Ben Sound is a good. But FMA is also good. YouTube, not YouTube. Devika ma'am, my voice is coming from your mobile. Can you please mute?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So then there is an option of channel also, from where you can find, and there are many other options. If you'll explore, there are many websites which are offering the free music content. But I think we should content. Otherwise, if we will create any video by using any copyrighted material, YouTube will not allow you to upload your video, block your video and your account also, do the infringement of the copyright issue.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Question, I think in the chat, can ICT tool change the role of the teacher inside and outside of the classroom? Sajimol Peak, it's there. So what I feel that yes, ICT tools are going to change the role of the teacher, not only also outside of the classroom, because now a teacher need to acquire a lot of things, a lot of skills, to be more vigilant in the class. Because in face-to-face situation, we have seen that sometimes a teacher can, with a textbook, open any page of the textbook which is of the today's lecture, and they can have a deliver the lecture. Even cover the cover page of the textbook which they are using, so that a student should not know what they are using. In online situation like that, in online scenario, learners are well aware from which site you are taking the content. So you should be very attentive, and which site I should use, which content is authentic or not. So definitely this online teaching learning is going to change the role of teacher inside the classroom. Now outside of the classroom, like face situation, he was interacting with your learners only for that 40-45 minutes when he was taking a lecture. You or texting you or asking you beyond your school hours about their problem. Online WhatsApp groups, you are in Facebook. So now able to your learners 24/7. So sometimes even your life is also needs certain adjustments with this new scenario outside of the classroom to affect both things, inside as well as outside. Yeah, any other question?
Yeah, Gauravji, one question from my side.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please.
In fact, the learners are now perplexed with the overload of information, overload of from the internet. What is your suggestion? What is the advice to the prospective while selecting the various digital tools?
Devika ji, my first suggestion would be that first they look about the learners and the devices apps they are going to deliver an online lecture for the learners. What devices they have, what internet availability with them, that should be the first to keep in mind. The second thing, who the learners are. If the learners are in the primary classes, your online lectures should not be in the lecture mode, interactive and more activity based. Then you need to find the options, like the gaming options are there. Many gaming sites are there where you can create certain small games and you can interact with your learners through those games. If you are at a upper primary level or at the 6 to 8 class, your method will be entirely different. So what are your learners? That is the second concern. The third criteria should be the source of the content. My suggestion would be that whenever they are selecting the content from the sources in online mode, they should search the authentic sources only. Authentic sources means either they can go for the NROER or some other OER repositories, or even if they are on the searching the videos on the YouTube, who has uploaded the video, what is his authenticity, everything need to be checked. What is the licensing? Fourth concern should be the licensing, because that is more important. The content which we are going to share in online mode, even sometimes people have a habit that even they go on the Wikipedia page, they take some content from there and put it on the slide. They said that what is in the Wikipedia, it is in public domain. No, Wikipedia pages are not in public domain. They comes with a CC license, and which license says that you need to, because BY is there with the Wikipedia. Content if you are taking, you have to content in your slide, you have to attribute that content in your text. So the teachers need to learn how to attribute PowerPoint, how to attribute an image, how to attribute a video. Then next thing, how to search. For example, if you search a video on a YouTube, generally we put a keyword, certain filters. So they need to learn how to use those filters. The filters of the direction, the filters of the duration, the filters of the CC license, the filters of the groups. There are many to learn those also. Similarly, if they are searching even an image on the Google, image which is freely available, or the image which do not require attribution, or what are the conditions available with that image which is to be used, because every image in internet has certain conditions. How to ascertain those conditions, how we can use. So there are many things which keep in mind when they are developing content by using online resources and they are delivering, because once you deliver, you reflect that. And if I have taken someone else content and I have not attributed it, it means I am doing copyright infringement also, if the material was the copyrighted. Otherwise it's purely a case of plagiarism. So anyone can sue you, even the court also in the future, video uploaded, or on the Facebook live video, whatever you have uploaded, possible. Because it's the young teachers, so my suggestion should be that they should all have from the starting, so that they should not face any problem in the future.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So any other query?
Yeah, Makeup, now you can ask.
Hi, sir. Sir, I'm Meghavi Rajan from Natural Science Optional. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for being part of this webinar. It is my great privilege to attend such an informative session led by an eminent personality like you. This session enriched all of us with so much values and relevant information regarding the topic. We look forward for many more such informative sessions from you, sir. My question is that what are the possible challenges of implementing ICT tools in teaching and learning in the classroom among school teachers? And does graphics help students to understand a text?
Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat your question once again?
So, what are the possible challenges of implementing ICT tools in teaching and learning in the classroom among school teachers?
Okay, challenges. Makeup. There are 3-4 very common challenges which even anyone can identify. The first challenge is lack of skills and training among the teachers, because many teachers which are in the classroom are not trained to deal with online resources, with online teaching learning, with online platforms. The first challenge is that comes at the part of the training. The second challenge I have already talked to comes at the part of the language. In the schools, the language is a barrier. If there is a difference between the content which is available on the internet and the way it is being delivered, and this is the second barrier. The third barrier is the technology, like internet. If it is not there, can be a barrier. Education policy, it also highlights that there is a big digital gap in the country, and we need to uh, fill it if we want to move towards the online education. We accepted that there is a digital gap which we need to, so that digital gap can be one challenge. Sometimes if teacher is not able to interact with the learners or is not able to create the opportunity for the interaction, then one way communication is the biggest problem in online teaching learning. It your lesson you need to design so that you inbuilt the interactivity in your lesson. So these are few common challenges which I can enlist in one go. Yeah. Question of Murdhu. The pandemic has created a big loophole in the education system in India. Is the government planning a proper online to replace the classroom teaching in future? If a scenario like this pandemic happens again, is the technology today enough to replace the current situation? Mridhu, technology is ever emerging area. You cannot say that, okay, you will use the Google Meet forever. No, you cannot. The technology will come, the Google Meet will improve, a new system can come. So technology changes with the requirement. You just recall 5 months back when the situation came, what was the options with us? Started using Zoom, which was not for educational purpose. Then we face a lot of problem with that software. There were advisories from the government level and even the private institutions that why we should use, we should not use. Suddenly some pushing their beta version the test. So there were issues that this pandemic has actually shown us the actual situation of digital divide is there. One example of offering a B.Ed program with a special project in Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir, everywhere it is 2G. Only in 2 districts, a few weeks back, 4G has started. Otherwise, most of the districts are having 2G. Facing a problem that how I can reach to my learners. I may have an internet connection, I may have a good internet connectivity, but my learners are not having. To reach them, which is low bandwidth option, right? Like online learning curriculum is being planned at right now. What I can say that yes, process started for new curriculum framework, which will be in your hand by the either by the end of 2021 or maybe by 20. So that new curriculum framework, I can wish and I can assume that will have the options with the online blended and the face-to-face mode both. So the curriculum load is going to be slashed a lot. In NCERT has already slashed almost 30% to 40% content load in the school education. With the new guidelines of online teaching learning, the guidelines are also there for the class. One cannot have more than 2 or 3 classes in a day in online mode. So only maximum 2 hours online classes are possible in a day according to that guideline which was issued by the NCERT. So there are documents, there are guidelines, and when the situation emerges, the institution which are connected with that or responsible for that, they react and they come up with the guidelines. That one guideline will fit with all situation. It will change as per the need. So I think now questions are over, Devika ji.
Thank you,
So
sir.
the queries are over. Shall we move on to vote of thanks?
Thank you, sir. Now I request Miss Alina James for vote of thanks.
Respected and most distinguished chief guest, Dr. Gaurav Singh, Assistant Professor, School of Education, IGNOU, New Delhi. Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Principal in Charge, NSS Training College, Chingnasheri. Dr. Devika R., Assistant Professor and Program Coordinator. Dr. Revati N., Assistant Professor in Natural Science Education. Dr. Manoj S., Professor in Physical Education and IQSC Coordinator. Honorable Professors, school teachers, and all other participants. The Internal Quality Assurance Cell of NSS Training College, Chingnasheri, has conducted conducted a one-day webinar on the topic ICTs for classroom teaching and learning. It gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of NSS Training College to all those who have helped in making this webinar a great success. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude towards our resource person, Dr. Gaurav Singh, Assistant Professor, School of Education, ICNO, New Delhi, for this webinar. The session concentrated on the readiness of online education, the need and concerns of online resources, skills required in a digitally and open educational resources and its benefits, as well as online teaching and learning practices, the technologies and tools that can be used, and the issues faced by the learners, etc. I hope you all find this session beneficial for our future venture. Thank you so much, sir, for your fruitful session.
Thank you.
I take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to Dr. Pradeep Kumar SL, Principal in charge, and Singnasheri, for always encouraging and providing opportunity to conduct this webinar. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Devika R., Assistant Professor and Program Coordinator, NSS Training College, for being the backbone of this program and constantly motivating and guiding us. I express my sincere gratitude towards Dr. Revati N., Assistant Professor in Natural Science Education, NSS Training College, for always being a great source of inspiration. I would also like to thank Dr. Manoj S., Professor in Physical Education and IQC Coordinator, NSS Training College, for his support and confidence in us. Next, I would also like to thank all the coordinators of this webinar for the motivation and dedication. I'm also happy to express my vote of thanks to all the teachers who have made this webinar a great success. I express my sincere gratitude towards teacher educators, school teachers, and all other faculty members from various institutions for the warm presence. I all the non-teaching staffs of a college for the assistance whenever required. I would also like to thank all the participants who chose to be live with us and attended the webinar with great enthusiasm and made it a successful event. Not least, I thank Mr. Tojo Sebastian and Mr. Thomas for all the technical support. Once again, I thank you all for being with us. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you. Information and Communication Technology, ICT, is a versatile and valuable tool for teaching and learning and becoming a way of life. And before winding up, we truly appreciate all those who are willing to spend their valuable time despite the technical issues to make this webinar lively. Thank you. National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे